dear student, I am your SST teacher, Miss Tanya. Today I am gonna explain a new chapter from your Cambridge Social Science book from History, Chapter 2, The Earlier Societies. The learning objectives of this chapter is to understand about hunting and gathering as the way of life and its implications, to appreciate the skills and knowledge of hunter-gatherers, to learn about stone tools and their use, to learn to use stone artifacts as archaeological evidence, and to learn about Stone Age art. And the topics we will cover in this chapter are evolution of man, hominids, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Stone Age, Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age, and Neolithic Age, stone tools, core tools, flake tools, blade tools, techniques of making tools, stone-on-stone method, pressure flaking method. So the first topic is ancestors of human beings. The earth is over 4,600 million years old, though the life began on earth around 3,500 million years ago, but it was confined to plants and animals for millennia. Millennia means a period of 1,000 years. Humans appeared on earth in pre-Pleistocene and early Pleistocene period. The Pleistocene period referred to the first epoch of the Quaternary period. The early men who appeared on earth were like ape creatures called hominids. Hominids are a general term used by archaeologists for humans and any member of the species and animal we were most closely evolved from. Hominids are characterized by upright gait, increased brain size, and intelligence as compared with other primates. The hominids could not walk straight, and they lived either on top of trees or in caves. They used to wander from place to place in search of food and shelter. And gradually, as hominids evolved, changes occurred in the body of the hominids. And then the hominids could stand erect. Their fingers became more flexible, and thus they developed a grip which helped them to hold the things firmly. And for this, the hominids could make tools. Later, their brain case became bigger and the jaws smaller, and this category of humans is called Homo erectus. The Homo erectus used to travel long distances unlike their predecessors. Homo erectus means an extant species of archaic human from the Pleistocene period, with its earliest occurrence about 2 million years ago, and its specimens are among the first recognizable members of the genus Homo. Then emerged the Homo sapiens, which literally meant the wise man. It is said that the modern-day human beings were evolved from them. Homo sapiens are anatomically consistent with the range of phenotypes seen in contemporary humans from extant archaic human species. The period when human history emerged is called prehistory. Prehistoric period is defined as the period of human development when the humans were able to read and write. This period was best understood from the study of fossils, tools, and cave paintings that were collected from this period. In India, this period began around 1.5 million years ago, and this was suggested from the most recent discoveries of artifacts from Bori in Maharashtra. Life of early humans. The early ancestors of modern human beings are described as hunter-gatherers. The early humans were totally dependent on nature for their survival, for their food, and for their shelter. The early men used to wander from place to place for several reasons. The first reason was in search of food and skin. The early men used to hunt the animals either for their food, or even they used to use the skin for preparing clothes. Means they used to cover their body with the animal skin. Just like the animals wandered about with no permanent place to live, so did the early humans. The second reason was the plants and trees used to bear fruits in different seasons. Since they lived on hunting and gathering, so they had to wander from different places to another places in different seasons. The third reason was they used to move from place to place in search of water. Many rivers and lakes are seasonal, so early humans who lived on the banks of such rivers and lakes would have to go in search of water during the dry seasons. And also, when they exhausted the resources of an area, they had to look for newer habitats. Phases of Stone Age. From the earliest times till about 12,000 BCE, the early humans used stone for making tools and weapons. So this period were known as Stone Age. This age has been further divided into three parts: Paleolithic or Old Stone Age, Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age, Neolithic or New Stone Age. The term Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic are derived from Greek words meaning old, middle, and new, respectively. The word lithos in Greek means stone. So the first is Paleolithic Age or the Old Stone Age. The term Paleolithic was used by John Lubbock, an archaeologist, for the first time in the year 1865. This age developed in the Pleistocene Age. The Paleolithic humans were also known as quartzite humans because they used a hard stone called quartzite to make their tools. The Paleolithic Age is also further divided into three periods on the basis of the types of stone tools used and the climatic changes that occurred. Early or Lower Paleolithic Age is marked by the use of hand axes, cleavers, and choppers. The main Lower Paleolithic sites in India are Sohan in Punjab and Belan Valley in Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh. Middle Paleolithic Age is characterized by the use of scrapers and borers made of flakes. These tools have been found in many sites in the Sohan Valley banks of Narmada and Tungabhadra River. During the Upper Paleolithic Age of the climate became relatively warm, leading to the melting of glaciers. The tools that characterize this period comprise burins and blades. They have been found near Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh and also in some parts of Karnataka and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Stone tools of early humans. Numerous stone tools litter, which means scatter, Paleolithic sites across the Indian subcontinent. The early mans or early humans used to prepare stone tools by shaping rocks for specific purposes. Stone tools were used to hunt and skin animals, cut meat, chop trees, dig the ground, and scrape barks and skin. The meaning of scrape is to drag or pull on a hard surface so as to remove. There are three categories of stone tools. 1. Core tools, which was used for pounding and crushing. 2. Flake tools, that was designed for scraping and slitting. 3. Blade tools, which was used for slicing and engraving. The early humans used two techniques to make stone tools. They are 1. Stone-on-stone method and 2. Pressure flaking method. In the stone-on-stone method, the pebble or the core from which the tool was made was held in one hand, and on the other hand With the other hand, they used to hammer it with another stone. By doing so, the hammer stone was used to strike off flakes from the core stone till the desired shape was achieved by the early humans. Pressure flaking method. In this method, the core or the pebble was kept on a hard surface and a stone or a bone piece was kept over it. The hammer stone would then strike to remove the extra flakes and the tool would give the desired shape the early man's needed. Stone tools from Paleolithic age. The Paleolithic humans used tools made of wood and bone also, but it is the stone tools which have survived in between the wood and the bone tool, and the other tools were used to chop wood. The Paleolithic humans were the hunter-gatherers, so they often had to stay at one place to fulfill their basic needs of food, water, and protection. These sites were those which provided ample amounts of good quality stone which were needed for making tools and weapons. The places where remains of stones tools can be found are known as factory sites. Sometimes these people lived in the sites for a longer duration, so these sites were also called habitation cum factory sites. Discovery of fire. The discovery of fire is said to be the greatest discoveries of man. Fire was probably discovered when two flints were rubbed together by accident and the resultant spark fell on dry leaves nearby, causing a fire. Over a period of time, the early men learned to control fire and use it for their benefit. The early men used fire as a source of light to cook their food, to scare away the animals, and to keep themselves warm in winter. At Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, the archaeologists have discovered traces of ashes which suggest that prehistoric humans were familiar with the use of fire. Mesolithic age or the Middle Stone Age. The Paleolithic age came to an end with the end of Ice Age in around 10,000 BCE. The climate at this time became very warm and rainy, and this caused the appearance of newer varieties of fauna and flora. Fauna means animals and flora means plants. Around 9000 BCE began the intermediate stage, which is known as the Mesolithic age. This age occurred between the Paleolithic and the Neolithic age or New Stone Age. This age was characterized by the use of microliths or small stones and stone tools. These tools were very sharp and pointed and comprised blades, scrapers, arrowhead and spearheads which were tied to pieces of bone or wood. Such tools have been recovered from a large number of sites in Rajasthan, southern Uttar Pradesh, Chota Nagpur plateau in Jharkhand, and also south of the river Krishna. The human beings of Mesolithic age lived on hunting, fishing, and food gathering. At a later stage, they started domesticating animals like dog, sheep, goat, and cattle. This marked the transition from subsistence to animal husbandry. The meaning of transition is the process or a period of changing from one stage or condition to another, and the meaning of subsistence is the action or fact of maintaining or supporting oneself. Neolithic age or the New Stone Age. It extended from about 8000 BCE to 4000 BCE. It is referred to the phase when humans started to lead a settled life. They started to produce their own food and domesticated animals. The tools became more sophisticated in this period. Stone Age art. Many of the rocks, shelters in which these early people lived have paintings on the walls. Some of the best examples are from the Bhimbetka caves in Madhya Pradesh. These caves were discovered in 1958 by an Indian archaeologist, Dr. V.S. Wakankar. These paintings are stunningly beautiful and superbly crafted. They depict animals and birds. There are no landscapes and only a handful of poorly executed depictions of humans. Depictions means a work of art. Most of the paintings were of lions, stags, horses, bulls, etc. It will not be wrong to conclude that most of these birds and animals that figure in these paintings were hunted for subsistence means the action of or fact of maintaining or supporting oneself. The common colors used in these paintings were natural red and white pigments. The green and yellow color have also been regularly used. So student, if you want to see the pictures, you can see the rock shelters of Bhimbetka, which have been declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. This is the end of the chapter. Now let us quickly see what are the topics. Let us recognize what are the topics we have covered in this chapter. Let us recall it fast. First, we have learned about humans evolved from ape-like creatures like hominids. Then, Stone Age refers to the period when stone was used to make tools and weapons. Stone Age is broadly divided into three parts: Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age, and Neolithic Age. Paleolithic people made core tools, flake tools, and blade tools. Paleolithic humans made stone tools using two techniques. One is stone on stone and another is pressure flaking method. Most Paleolithic sites have been unearthed near water sources and stone quarries. Paleolithic sites can be broadly divided into two: factory sites and habitation sites, or sometimes factory-cum-habitation sites. The discovery of fire greatly enhanced the life of early man. Information about the Paleolithic human is based upon fossils, tools, and cave paintings. Student, this is the end of the chapter. Thank you.